That was really impressive. LGB's just really sick play coming out from them.
LGB are the ones with the hobnailed boots this today, man. They were the ones doing the stomping. Good old English, they're walking around, jeans, white T-shirt, suspenders, just stomping those poor hippies. I mean,
Oh no,
there you go, man.
it's brutal.
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was a horrible thing to witness. But now we get to see maybe Envy, they get that CT start on Inferno, clearly. So we're into the pistol now, and Envy get the CT start on their map. So we get to see if Envy are going to be the ones, to put on the boots. Are they going to do the walking?
Well, they've got a chance for it here. Bit of a weird setup, actually. I'm guessing if MBK falls back, he's hoping someone will chase him, and he's got the grenades for it as well. Gonna try and put up. And actually, LGB, they slow down just enough here. Happy hiding in the corner. They're gonna run right past. Decent grenade. Happy executing them, but only the one, actually. MBK gets a kill, gets a double before he falls, but that might not be entirely worth it here. This is not a sure thing for Envy, even though they're a man up. Bomb goes down, and now LGB can get into some decent post parts. Although Rubino running right in, he might already have been dead there, but somehow they don't get the shot on him, and Mystic takes out Shock, so that's a 2v2. And Smith falls. Great shot from Rubino. Now Kiyoshima in a lot of trouble, getting flanked quickly as well. He gets the 1 kill in. Does not have a kit, though.
He doesn't have a kit, that's the main thing. He's got 6 bullets left, and now he knows where Mystic is, but Mystic knows where he is. So they both have the info, and there's the pre-shot. Kiyoshima just crouching. The quad kill from Mystic as well. This guy just does not fail to deliver for LGB. It's been like this all group long, and he just continues to be this driving force for the Norwegian team. A lot of that was going to come down to just like the brute force approach, and it seemed like that's where LGB are comfortable right now with this guy.
It's probably too soon to call what the effects is of losing Rain in a team like this, because he feels like such a central player to me. But I was honestly worried that it was going to be like sort of, almost destruction on LGB. Just like, well, what are we going to do then? We've lost Rain. Might as well, just try and build an entirely new team. And then, I mean, PLB was an obviously replacement in my opinion, and Sevis obviously being out as well. PLB was an obvious replacement, and Mystic turns out to be a complete god at this point. Happy gonna pick off 1 there, but NBK will fall, and Happy finds himself on the wrong side of the smoke and not connecting with that 5-7 either. Is he gonna go and try again? He's smoked off up here.
They're just continuing with the shots. I mean, 5-7's got 1 billion bullets in it, so you can just do that all day pretty much, just hoping to get lucky through, and they are managing to get a tag here and there. Poly, Mystic, and PRB have all suffered damage. And Happy trying to set it up, but there's the flank coming in from Poly. He pushes into CT. That completely catches 2 of the MV members off guard. And now it's down to Happy and Kiyoshima, although Kiyoshima, you can't really, he's hanging on by just a shred right now. He's got 1 HP to work with.
Yeah, a little bit too close at this point. Happy through the smoke will pick off 1. They can't really win the round, but they're doing significant damage, especially Happy here with the triple. Definitely doing great work at the moment. Getting a 4th one as well. Ends up going down, but they kill every single member of the LGB team. So, I mean, really decent job from Envy. Definitely very impressive there from Happy as well.
Yeah, Happy with the quad kill, half of those through smoke. Then the long-range battle versus the guy on new boxes. That is not a kill that Happy should get in that situation. So for him to come out ahead there is huge. And they just made that such an expensive round for LGB. Now LGB going back to the MAC-10s, but this is like pure Envy, right? This style right here, this is what describes Happy for me. The fact that they've done that much damage, Happy is like, okay, that's good enough. We'll buy now. Like, just go for the buy because we know that they're going to be skimping. We know that they're going to be low. If we can take this round right here, we're going to stop them cold and get control.
It's not such a bad gamble either when 2 of them have MAC-10s. Armor is definitely going to be useful, although it's a bit of a shame that Happy doesn't have 10 armor and Shox has no armor at all. So if the 2 MAC-10, they find either one of those 2 players, things change quite a bit. And the P90 actually works pretty well against armor as well. So that's not really, I don't think that's the key thing. It's going to be those 2 MAC-10s and which targets they find. Rubino and PRB. And PRB's camping, well, holding, should we say, outside of apartments over at the A site. And could actually run into a player up here.
Look at this style from LGB, though. Just sneaking their way forward. Happy with that Tomas. After having done so much damage in the last round, he can actually afford a halfway decent buy. Flash goes through, and PRB on the lurk catches out Shoxy. Or that's Smiths, rather, who goes lunging through the smoke with that CZ in hand. He's only going to get the 1. Well, no mistake. He's going to get none, rather. It's Happy with both kills on that B site, but this is just not good enough here for Envy. Kiyoshima is the last man alive, but he's all the way at the top of T, so he's not going to be able to get over to that B site anytime soon.
No, he had a long fight going on with PRB, and PRB was trying to one-tap with the MAC-10, which is really not what you're supposed to do at all.
But that was also a very cool approach by LGB. No nades to announce their presence. They just slowly crouched, walked their way onto that B site, and that clearly caught Envy off guard. It was only Happy, but Happy was holding the CT, so he wasn't able to actually help out at all once he lost his teammate on that site itself.
Mystic to take down Kiyoshima, so significant improvement from the Norwegian team as they only lost 2 members that round. Not at all bad. Their economy is still a little bit shaky, especially Rubino and Polly are a little bit low on money here. And actually Mystic too, so yeah. They gotta be careful, gotta keep winning. Envy though, that was a risk that did not pay off. And this is the thing, LGB, they seem to be somewhat immune to these tricks, because this is exactly where Envy always turns it. And it's also, I think, one of the reasons why people sometimes get a little bit annoyed with them, because, you know, just when the other team is about to win, you know, they do some sort of crazy force-up and it just happens to work.
Oh, they love those casinos, right? That's the thing. In-game,
yeah.
Out-of-game.
Out-of-game too, yeah.
Envy, you know, that's what they're all about. Nice pop flash and a banana, but they aren't fast enough on the pickup, and they're not going to be able to actually get anything out of this. Both of them stacked up behind.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Do we got some HEs? Do we have a Molotov? Do we have anything here? Oh. What? Mystic. You're not supposed to kill your teammates.
I'm going to blame Rubino for that one. Mystic is clearly so hungry that he just wants all the kills, but Shocks! What a great double to take down Mystic and Jacob both. And this could turn around anyway for Envy. What a turn of events.
And Happy is, once again, all by his lonesome over here on the A site. I mean, he's in his element when he's on his own, and he could hit the perfect timing. They're moving their way up short, and NBK is going to spot this information soon. There you go. So Happy comes charging out, gets the headshot on a Poly, and this sets it up now. PRB. NBK not going to get the follow-up, expecting PRB to run around the boxes, and that's not going to happen. Now PRB's actually got a fighting chance here. 1v2, trying to bait them out. He's got the Molotov to buy time, turns it into a 1. He just gets caught in that crossfire, tries to turn it into a 1v1, but he's not able to pull it off. That was a bit too close, though. Thought for sure that NBK would peek out after Happy got his kill.
This is a great follow-up to that team kill that happened. I feel like Rubino should know better, though.
Don't get in the way of the whirlwind.
You remember Robot Wars, where you've got those robots with, like, the spinny things on them? Mystic is basically that. Like, if you put him into the arena, you don't walk in afterwards and, you know, try and you stay out of it. And just let him do his thing.
Rubino just got flipped out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
There, man.
It's like, I just need to fix one thing on my robot, and then, you know, no hands, no arms. Pop flash from Shocks, not my favorite one by any means. I still feel like this is a worse angle than what is possible. Shocks is trying to make it work anyway, and he did get the opening frag, so they're going to end up going down to Jacob. The reason why I prefer the other one, where you throw it, instead of sort of at a straight angle, you throw it into the wall on your left, is because then you can actually peek out while it's in the air. I think you just have like a moment more, basically. So that's just maybe personal preference on my side. Smith's here. Almost got caught finishing that reload. His
Toasty.
teammate... Oh, no.
Oh, it's about to get toasty. Oh, Smith's is right on the edge.
He's going to be fine. Was that well calculated? Or was he just Happy saying, this is war, collateral damage, that type of thing? You corner the napalm and you don't give the right coordinates, sometimes bad things happen.
Yeah, exactly. Getting caught in the wrong coordinates. Happy, he just, you know, his head happens to be in the same sector as that bullet. Now, well, Jacob and PRB, they have a bit of a fighting chance if they can walk up here and surprise this man holding on sight. It's Smith, who's very low, but Kiyoshima hits the headshot and gets the double kill as well. Cleans up short from his position in pit. And that really did not leave a lot of time for LGB. I mean, they were trying to push up there with like 12 seconds left on the clock as well, so they really didn't have time to be thorough checking the angles or trying to hold them to make sure that they couldn't get shot out like that.
I think that was Smith's on the radio, calling in sort of the, you know, the general grid, and then the town name, and then where he was in the town, and then he just gets back from, like, the artillery, just the town name. Like, we'll just hit everything, don't worry. We don't really care where you are at this point. It's all over. And LGB, they do put together a buy here, even though it's just a Galil on Poly. It's still looking pretty reasonable. Not that many smoke grenades, so they gotta use them carefully. Envy, on the other hand, they're starting to get to that really lethal spot here. This is where it can sort of spiral out of control so quickly for LGB, because once Envy can buy smokes and Molotovs, they can essentially waste almost infinite amounts of time over at B especially, which means they can start stacking people up at A, and then it all gets really confusing. And yeah, there's even a smoke coming down from Archway, so they can save all the grenades over here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, NBK's still got his smoke. Happy's got an incendiary and a smoke. This is really going to force LGB's hand. And you can see LGB right now doing what they need to do, essentially, which is get control of apartments, get control of T, start trying to open things up here on A. Now it really is, you know, a decision for LGB where they want to take this. And the bomb slowly making its way up to top banana right now kind of gives it to you, because right now, Poly is sitting up here and they've got control of top banana. So this gives LGB all the space that they need to set up for a B execute. Problem is, there's the smokes, there's the incendiaries, there's everything right now. And LGB have no way of knowing that. But Kirishima taking out Mystic right now, that's not going to help things. Nice shot by Rubino, though. That crouch spray getting the job done.
Yeah, but what was that? That was like a backwards retreating crab spray? That was really, really weird. And it worked anyway. NBK all the way at the back of site. New boxes here. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. They're going to have to go to this plant quick, and he's going to try and stop them. The smoke goes down. NBK gets distracted, and oh, that was Happy taking him out through the smoke. Oh, no. There's going to have to be a team meeting at some point about that. Maybe some counseling as well. A bomb ticking away inside that bomb site now. Envy going to have to go for the retake, but they must be a little bit nervous after that one. That almost gave the game up there. Kiyoshima will be taking down Rubino, Jacob, and also PRB left. And Jacob going to get the one kill. He's really low as well, trapped in yellow. PRB to help him out now. Happy, the team killer, tries to find PRB, but time is running out, and the bomb is parting the perfect position. Happy, is he just holding it down? He is, and he's going to get the round. PRB will finish him afterwards, but he makes up for what he started on MBK. What a crazy round.
Yeah, that's so back and forth right there. And that's just, I mean, ill fate as well, because you know that the decision that NBK is making at that point is like, okay, well, we know where the bomb is getting planted. We know where one of their players is right now. I just need to eliminate the man who's trying to rush me down, and we're going to be able to just get control of this situation, especially if I'm alive behind the... Oh, wait. So that's where, that's where it gets a little bit awkward. And luckily for them, Happy has just got balls of steel, basically, and he just goes for the straight defuse right there. LGB definitely not expecting that, and unfortunately for LGB, I mean, that's going to cost them. They still got the bomb plant in that lose situation, though, so you can see they've lost 3 rounds in a row. Now they've actually got some... They've got a little bit of a round loss bonus, plus the bomb bonus basically means rifles and a decent number of nades, so they're going to be able to keep the pressure up on Envy, but... All right, now it just feels so back and forth between both of these teams. So difficult to call who's got the edge. Peekaboo. Shoxy excels at that position. He's going to be able to lock him out.
Yeah. Could they do anything to stop him, though? It's a bit of a shame they don't have anyone to lock him in there, because that's almost a sure kill. If they already had someone in stairwell, they could sort of lock him in and spray him down, and it should be just fine. But it was just PRB off on a solo mission. Smith's waiting, and you can see it's right on them, but Shoxy will pick up a second kill. Smith to come up with a good headshot through the smoke there on Mystic. And LGB's round falling apart before it even got started there. Smith's finding even more luck there. Great round from Envy.
Yeah, just solid. That was just like textbook after Shoxy's opening. Then he's able to come out of apartments and catch them moving up short. So LGB, they kind of just tried to press it, and they tried to go for the lurk, or well, not the lurk, but kind of like the scrimmy kind of play, where it's just like, we're gonna just sneak our way up. We aren't gonna necessarily use nades. I mean, they did try to block off Smiths on Arch, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. And now we actually have them kind of holding back. It's going to be pistols. They are evening out their money right now, because a couple of them did have decent money. Decent enough to be able to invest in Kevlar plus a pistol, so...
Yeah, how much can they get away with as well? The flashbang on Poly, a big fan of that, and the smoke as well. Definitely think it's a good idea. But where are they going to go with it? I mean, when you have a smoke and a flashbang on this, you could actually try and put a smoke off on balcony and use the flashbang to get out. Because the smoke will cover part of the flashbang, which will make it a little bit more difficult for you to see. I do love the really aggressive, explosive apartments play. I mean, they have the bomb pretty far away from there, so it does look like that's what they're doing. But you could use those smokes. They're going to instead throw it towards Archway, I think.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. It looks like they want to try and gamble and go through Arch. Smith is holding passive. This is his usual position, and it looks like they got a good read on that LGB. Happy, however, has rotated over from the B side. You can see him holding at Arch, but he swaps to the pistol out in the open and gets punished for it. Nicely done there. Shoxy just wrecking house, though. Double headshot for him with the P2K. Mystic comes charging around the corner, though, with the Tech 9. Has the bigger brother of the pistols. But Kiyoshima's going to be able to lock it down in the end and just keep control of that site. Still, a very costly round here for Envy, losing 3 players versus that force.
Yeah, and Kiyoshima's at 20 health at the end there. That could have gone horribly wrong for him. This is a nice round from Shox, though. Shame he couldn't get the 3rd headshot in as well. And that will make it 5-3. So... No, I don't feel like anyone is really in control of this game just yet. I do love the fact that LGB have 4 Molotovs on the T side here.
Jesus, and 4 Molotovs, 4 incendiaries over on Envy as well.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not 4, 3. My mistake. Oh, no, that was the fourth one going out
Yeah.
there. Okay, so I wasn't hallucinating. Kyoshima did have one.
Throwing them back and forth all over the place, actually using them fairly quickly. But still got tons of smokes left if they need them. We're just now at the minute and 10-second mark on the timer here. So Envy using them fairly quickly. I mean, LGB were playing super fast on overpass, so maybe you can't blame the Frenchmen for trying to see if they can stop them early on here. Smith. Oh! If he had clicked then, that would have been his opening, but instead, Rubino will take him out, and Kiyoshima has to be careful here. Losing one is bad, losing two is probably going to be fatal at this point. And they are rotating Happy in very quickly. Good spray. A lot of damage, but Jacob still finds the return. And now it's up to Shox. He gets the one. He jumps back into Pit. They're chasing him as well. He gets a double. And Kiyoshima takes down Mystic. So it's a 1v2. What a great performance from Shox there. Staying alive and being that annoying.
Yeah, that was it, basically. Being able to swap back in time. He realized how many people were rushing him down, so he's able to swap back to his rifle. Now, Pauly, he could get the drop on NBK. Nearly gets it, and he gets the headshot, but he doesn't realize that they're both coming from the same angle. And that's a great mind game there from Envy, basically doubling up for that very situation. If they lose one, the next one in line is going to be able to pick up the kill and save the day. So Kiyoshima, this time around, it was NBK to take the shot. Kiyoshima to get the save, and probably the gold star along with it. So 12-0-3 right now for Kiyoshima as well. He is definitely doing some good work right now for Envy. But LGB, they keep coming so close every single time. It feels like it's within their grasp. So definitely not out of it yet. I mean, we could very well see. I mean, they just need to win one round because, again, Envy, they're still so limited as far as the money is concerned. They still don't have a big bank to fall back on. So if LGB win a round, Envy are right back in that awkward position where it's going to be 4 spies or just maybe like a couple of pistols picked up.
Yeah, it's cutting it very close at the moment. Gotta be scary for Envy. Getting 2-0'd would be quite a big result for LGB, especially if one of the maps ends up being on Inferno here. Sneaking up, some apartments control in favor of the Norwegian team. This time Envy playing a little bit more defensively out here. Shox has been a bit of a god though, playing over towards Pit. He's really been locking down that part of the map for them. I wonder if LGB won't eventually get back towards the B-bomb side instead, where they seem to have a lot of success. But the opening on Smith is going to be a big one. Shox there, picking off PRB and actually charging through. This is so much information. And Rubino might be caught on guard here. Yeah, oh, he's still going to get the kill, in fact. But it looked like he was looking the wrong way for a second then. So 4v3, and with 40 seconds, this is a big opening for LGB.
That was Shoxy with the preemptive pre-aim basically over on stairs there in Boiler.
Yeah.
Was not expecting Rubino to be that close. I wonder if Rubino heard the steps as well when Shoxy pushed through. Might have been the case, might have also been just very good information there. But right now, what's important is that NBK is just a single man holding off on the B site, and Happy somehow hits that shot through the smoke. He's going to be able to rush right through. He can get control of this bomb site. Even has time to pick up some nades here as well. This is going to be so huge for him. 14 seconds left, leaves so little time here for Rubino.
Yeah, it really does. He has to just get in, get the bomb plant down quick, and hope that Happy won't check it. But now he's got no time to fake. He has to go for it. And there it is. The round is done. Can't win it any longer, sadly, for Rubino. Now he just has to stay alive at all costs. This is a very important grenade. Oh, no! He's not going to survive the round. Happy steals it away at 12 kills. Tied with Kiyoshima for the top frags here. Pretty big performance at the end there. Now, this is the strange one. Look at the timing here. So the smoke is already down. And it's 30 seconds. That smoke gets up for, at the most, about 15 seconds more. They can just wait on the other side, and then NBK is going to be alone on that bomb site. Instead, they run in. That's bad, but they run in one at a time. That's much worse. So, definitely some miscommunication there on LGB. Mistiming. Probably felt like they were under a lot of pressure to try and catch Envy before they rotated on over. But being a man up, they actually weren't, I think. Happy, hiding by sandbags, going to peek out. Great pop flash. And gets a double kill. Pistols out, wants to run for the triple, but doesn't really need to. Jacob has the bomb, though. If he dies, that is a disaster.
Wow, I'm surprised that Happy decided to push into that. Shoxy kind of playing with the pillar over here. He's going to be dancing back and forth. Mystic as well, and Mystic wins the duel in the end. NBK now just trying to hunt down Jacob. It's going to be Jacob versus 2 as well. Gets pinned down behind a pillar of his own right now, and he's just dancing, but he's going to get caught. This is so close still. 2-on-3 scenario. Mystic having lost control of this bomb, though, and with so little HP, he's got to be very careful. And the aggro smoke goes down for Envy, so they've got control of the situation now. And they still had Kiyoshima watching the back line as well. In case somebody tried to wrap through CT, they didn't have to worry about it. Envy, they had him to watch their backs. So this is now a situation where Envy, it should be impossible for them to lose, even with the flash and smoke.
If Jacob had made it around the corner then, though, they actually already had the A-bomb site cleared, so they would have been in a reasonable 3v3 with the bomb down, probably. So a bit of a shame for LGB. This is big news for Envy. They're so close to the edge all the time, but they seem to be winning out. PRB open us up on one. Smith, they line up for him, and that's an easy double.
Yeah, that's it. Easy double kill indeed. Man, what a back and forth game. But again, every time it just feels so close. I mean, Happy right there. Happy behind the sandbags. 1 flash, 2 flashes. This is it right here. First man, this was the crucial kill because Polly was the one who pretty much dodged that flash. So that Polly needed to get that kill on Happy right there. But Happy, I mean, I know that he wanted to rush forward basically to get that bomb. Yeah. You're right. He spotted that bomb carrier. He's like, okay, if we can stop that bomb carrier from going anywhere, we're good. Just going with the USP, getting a little ahead of himself there, kind of made it a bit dicey for Envy.
Shoxy's back in bedroom here, so I mean, he seems to be picking just the perfect rounds to play up there. Smith's going to take a fight here. It's Tech9s and Armor trying to rush him down. And Happy will pick off PRB. Shox up in bedroom, going to walk right in. And we'll win that fight against Jacob as well. So now it's 3v5. And this was sort of a must-win round for LGB. We're in the 12th round here. They got to start collecting more than 3 rounds.
Does NBK have a smoke? He doesn't. He has 2 flashes right now. It's not a whole lot to work with. We'll see about the timings. Rubino, Polly, and Mystic still alive, and they've rotated back to Banana. One thing to be said, though, Happy is incredibly quick with his rotations. Once again, he's going to pick up frags over on that A site, but now it's going to be Action B, and NBK alive in Flowers goes for the flash. They turn away from him, but this is so scary. Double Tech9, they're so fast on their feet, and Polly just hunts him down.
Smith is going to go down, so is Happy. Somehow, this is turned around in LGB's favor. Now we're at 2v1. Kiyoshima was actually making a bit of noise, but either way, now they definitely know where he is. Mystic gonna fall down, and Polly has a double hiding behind the fountain. Kiyoshima looking for the opening. Polly reveals himself, and now it's a bit of a battle going on, and Kiyoshima comes out on top. Envy just barely winning the round. How many rounds have they had? I think we can see on the scoreboard, actually, where they've been... I think if we hover over the deaths there, we can see how many people they've been alive. And look at that, 2-1, 2-2-1. It just keeps being very close.
Yeah, it's these clutch situations, right? It's the experience. I mean, you want to say it's experience, basically. Like, just the level of clutch is so elevated on Envy compared to LGB. I mean, LGB, they've got a lot of experience on their side as well, but right now, it's just Envy, they're just indomitable. When it comes to these clutch scenarios, they just keep coming through. And LGB, I mean, it would just be, you know, a snap decision here or there, or a bullet here or there that can make all the difference for them. Right now, though, it just isn't happening. Envy, Envy now, this is a clean streak for them, 9 rounds in a row.
Yeah, if that one round with a team kill, if MBK, when he goes down, Happy doesn't clutch that, we are probably looking at the scoreline that says 5-7 instead. And that's huge. That means LGB, I mean, could just be satisfied with that probably and still do all right on the second half. Now, instead, they got to be careful because they are about to be entirely shut out of this game. Polly is so very close. If he makes a jump here.
Yeah, if he had just jumped, he would have spotted out NBK, and now he's trying to look for it. There it is. NBK, though, just putting shots through, trying to get the punish out.
Yeah.
Nasty business.
And up in middle, Smith's only with a CZ, going to walk through, playing at the edge of the smoke. He doesn't get the kill and tries to escape, and he's not been tagged yet, so fairly successful escape, in fact.
Oh, now they're going for the double, but there it is, double barbecue. Kiyoshima's going to have to back out of there. Doesn't take nearly as much damage as LGB would like, but here we go. 4 members for LGB gathered up on this A site. They realize now it's been a bit rough for them on that B site. Great HE combo into Polly, just holding that angle. Shoxy gets forced out into the open and gets picked off, but Kiyoshima comes back and takes out Rubino. This is now turning into an all-out brawl on this A site, and LGB get control. They're going to be able to put this bomb down.
Yeah. Must-win round for LGB. Down, man up. They have the bomb down. They've got a lot of time for the post pass. Jacob to pick off one, and it makes it a double. Happy, not a lot they can do. We need to see the scoreboard for Envy now and see what kind of money they have. They have nothing.
Yeah, that's the big thing, right? They've got 9 rounds, but it's because every single round has been so close. They just haven't been able to build any kind of bank.
Yeah, so if they can not crumble, and I wouldn't be surprised at this point if Envy actually try and force up this next round, just because they're that crazy. They could just try and say, all right, we'll leave you at 4. Can't get more than that.
Oh, nice work there by Happy. Just gets the parting shot and makes sure that LGB themselves aren't going to be able to develop much of a basically of a fund to work with.
Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, Envy are insane.
Yeah, I mean, it is insane, but at the same time, this is also a power play, right? This is just so much into their style. Although, as we've been saying earlier, it seems like LGBs are somewhat immune to this, but this is normally exactly where EnVy just break their opponents.
I'm surprised that Shoxy doesn't go for more than a Deagle and Kevlar. So remember, I thought he had 2,200, so that should have been a bit more there to work with in this round. But he's looking to try and make it work right now. It's not happening up in the apartments, however. Instead, it's NBK over on that B site to peek out and take out Jacob, so that's a big opening frag there. And they still have the smokes. They still have some nades to work with here as well, so no punish is able to come through here for LGB.
Same flash trick that they were using earlier when Happy picked up the double kill. It works really well. Polly, though, is going to take the face right off of NBK. It's a good return frag. Even if he dropped a little bit low himself, that's definitely worth it.
And I'm wondering if they managed that rifle that Jacob had over there. Or if Happy's going to be able to eventually pick it up. Or will it be too late? I mean, if they can get onto this A site right now.
Well, there's 3 people waiting here, so they got to be really careful about that.
Well, Happy's got an M4 anyways. He doesn't care.
Shox looking for the opening. Molotov in here. They do line up. Kyoshima does so much damage, and Shox is there to pick up the second kill. And they're getting mowed down as well. Polly to pick up the 1 kill. And this is obviously a huge letdown for LGB. This is going to be the round where they sort of cement the first half for themselves. Instead, Shox picks up a double. And now LGB to pay the 15th round. They've had their money reset. They can still make some sort of reasonable buy, so it's not entirely the end of the world. But EnVy using those pistols again, really making work for themselves. Great job on their part.
Yeah, just so impressive right now.
Yeah.
That they managed to actually just completely shatter it. And that's off of 1 flash, essentially. Just 1 flash from Shoxy peeking and roasting in the Molotov as well. He's just like, no, I can get 2 kills out of this. So he decides to take the molly damage. Just so much bravery right there. That Smiths will win the duel and actually take out Misty. There's the flash yet again. NBK steps forward, picks up the first one, spots the other man, and he's going to go for the spray battle, but he's not going to get it done. So 2 entry frags. We'll make that a 3rd one here. Shoxy catches out PRB, who was lurking on the A site. Now things have completely fallen apart in the 15th round here. It's looking highly likely that we're going to see 11-4 at this point because it's a 2-on-4, and Polly's already down to 28 HP here for LGB. And make that 0 now as Shoxy once again continues. He's persistent. Just holds on to mid. Smoke clears, though, and Jacob just catches Happy out completely there.
Yeah, he's sort of boxed in. If he can break up the box here and kill Shox, he's actually got a clear run to the bomb site. But it's still somewhat unlikely he's going to win it here. He ends up going down to Kyoshima. 11-4. Strong performance from EnVy, although it was so crazy close all the way through. I mean, if they lose any one of those 9 rounds in a row that they managed to pick up there, it's an entirely different first half. It can spin way out of control for EnVy, but they hold on to it.
That's true. They're holding on to it, man. That's just, I mean, holding on to it basically, just like, you know, the steely grip of EnVy. They refused to let go every single round, 1 or 2 members surviving. And it's rare that you see such a close half like that, where the score really doesn't reflect just how close it was. I mean, 11-4 is just fantastic for EnVy, and it's a very solid scoreline to have on your CT side, but it could have very well been 9-6. Just like that, 1 round going LGB's way, 1 key round, and the one that you mentioned, really, where Happy takes out his teammate NBK. That could have been the round that completely changed this half.
Yeah, I think so. That was definitely really, really important. Apart from that, I'm trying to figure out what LGB can do at this point. I mean, they really got to win this pistol, obviously. That's the first step in the right direction, but EnVy are known for being pretty damn good at playing T-side Inferno as well. So they've got just a really huge uphill battle on their hands. 1 kit picked up and a couple of flashbangs on PRB. Smoke on Polly as well, and everyone else with armor. And on Shox, it's the smoke and then double flashbang. So we'll see if they can come up with something cool here for the pistol round, if it's going to be fast. They are slowing down on Banana, and Rubino is just trying to shoulder peek. Jiggle peeking it, running back, and there's actually 3 people waiting here. EnVy, they're running right into it. They're biting, and Polly picks up 2 kills. PRB to fall, Polly to fall next. A great return from Kyoshima, who picks up a double, and Shox. Oh, wow, Rubino picks up the 1, picks up the 2nd kill now, and Happy will be all alone. 1v2 here. That was a huge performance from Rubino.
Rubino again with the double. Rubino just continuing with that performance from Overpass, and now he's just trying to hold, trying to buy the time. He needs to stay alive, and there you go. The rotation's going to be coming through from his mate, but it's not necessary. Rubino will find his 3rd kill, and even goes for a bit of Happy Zone treatment there, man. Happy loves to shoot at the corpses of his enemies. Rubino just saying, hey, you know, we can do that too.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. A little bit of a psychological mind game going on there. Well, goodbye now for LGB. 2 MP7s, P90, 1 M4 from us. Just all across the board. I kind of wish one of those MP7s had been an MP9 in that case, just for the variety. Just buy all the guns at that point. He's so close, Jacob. If he snuck down, that could have been an interesting opening. But playing it somewhat defensively, I think that's a decent idea. Wow, and Shox is still going to come out on top. That's amazing.
That's just the lethality. I mean, SMGs are good, but those CZs, like, they just deal so much damage up close. That's the thing. The CZs, the Tech 9's still just so powerful. More powerful than SMGs, pretty much. Well, right now, it's going to be the wraparound. They're going for a B-split after this. This is fantastic. And now it's Rubino getting caught, but he runs out of bullets eventually, and Smith is going to be able to pick up that kill. This opens up the B site. It's going to be down to the last man alive over there, Polly, and he catches him jumping through smoke.
Oh, yeah, and Smith is going to fall as well. Shoxy trying to come through the smoke as well. And, oh, and he catches him reloading. The timing could not possibly be better. Still a tough position for Shox here, and he should be going down any second. He actually pre-fires and pre-shoots that one, and Mystic very nearly falls. That is impressive. But it will be LGB picking it up. 11-6. An expensive round, and Envy without a bomb plant. You gotta wonder if they got the bomb down here, if they would just try and force it based on the success of that round. But this time it's gonna be fairly clean eco, more or less. Just some pistols.
You've actually been forced to be honest here, Envy. Like we said earlier, I mean, LGB, historically a good team on Inferno. We still have the core of LGB here, and Mystic and PRV certainly, you know, pulling their weight as well. So Envy are not out of the woods yet, especially with LGB getting a strong start like this. So now I have to see they hear the steps up in apartment, so Jacob knows at least there's one player up there. Have to keep that in mind. It's just looking like Envy gathering up for a bit of the running gun. Nothing too serious, or nothing too well thought out here. It's just going to be a lot of straight run and gun when they can. Rubino trying to bait them out, and he's actually going to be able to draw them out into the open. PRB just going to shred them. Runs out of bullets, but that's not a problem because the crossfire is perfect, and they all stay alive. Rubino and PRB both.
Great follow-up to a round where you just almost lost everyone. The only weird thing is that now they sort of retain the 2 MP7s here, and gotta wonder where they're going with that. Look at the spray there, just really trying to control it as much as he could. Ends up with the double himself, and Rubino picked up the other 3. 11-7. And it's still getting closer. I think Envy just need one round here, and they're right back in the mix. But LGB, maybe they could lock it down in their turn. Just a tiny bit of damage being put onto NBK. Not really too impressive with those grenades, but it's worth it to try anyway. Sometimes people do end up trying to boost up and stack over there, so if you throw a grenade down and catch a couple of people, not a bad idea.
Well, as far as Envy are concerned, they had to expend a little bit of the nades there, but they're actually going to be able to get control of top T. They still don't have control of B, though, and that's the issue. This forward smoke, well, I was about to say it's going to get antsy for Poly there if NBK keeps tapping, and now they're just going to jump behind this, but they may not account for Jacob being here as well. It's not often that you actually have 2 guys holding B. Not going to make a difference in the end. NBK thorough. Checks behind the car. Does not leave a stone unturned. PRB does manage to catch Smith through the smoke, but the damage is done. Envy, they've got control of the B site now. They're going to be able to get this bomb plant as well.
And they can't even save the guns here as Happy's coming up from behind. This is a huge hit. They almost line up for him. Oh, they catch him, and the bomb has only just now gone down, so this is now a real retake coming in from LGB. They've actually turned it around. Imagine now if Jacob had just picked up 1 kill. What a position they would be in LGB. So this is really crucial at the moment. MBK holding in yellow. The bomb is ticking now, and they've really taken their time, LGB. Kind of a slow take after they got those initial frags. Shox. Good headshot there. And NBK's already got the double now. The bomb's definitely too far ticked, and they're going to try and fall back LGB. This is a really weird round for the Norwegian side. I think they actually surprised themselves by turning it into a 3v3, and they weren't ready to sort of react on it. They probably had already set their minds to saving, or just like playing for extra frags, and then suddenly when the opportunity presented itself, no one was able to make the final call and say, let's go.
In this case, I mean, that's it, exactly.
Oh man, Jacob definitely had some role to play there. 1 kill, and that would have been a good retake. So now it's building up to a 5-round difference. Envy are just 4 away from putting us onto a 3rd map. LGB having already won the first one. It's definitely not said and done yet.
Shoxy delivers the opener up on Polly over in Banana. I mean, not in Banana, rather in Boiler. The other B. I'm curious to see if Envy are going to decide to speed up behind this. It does look like it. Arch Smoke goes down, and they've got the shots. They've got control of T now at this point. Shoxy spotted a man out on short as well, so now they know that there's one up on site. Could be a second one here, however, so Envy have to take this into account. Molotov goes out, and that's not going to be quite fast enough. They do manage to get the relevant kills, however, and NBK just goes charging bravely onto that site to clear it up. Man advantage now for Envy as they go into this bomb plant. And once again, LGB find themselves in a very awkward position.
Yeah, again, they need a good entry frag here to really dream of this retake. It's better on A than it is on B trying to retake, because maybe you could force the T's into picking up a fight, but you can tell already they peek in, they see no one is fighting them, no one is peeking them, and then they just fall back. You really do need the terrorist team to make some sort of big mistake there.
They're going to be able to just hold on to these, no problem at all. But you did need some kind of big escape. You needed a big mistake. You needed some kind of opening, and that's exactly what happened with Polly getting picked off and Boiler like that. And then Envy are basically able to just go careering onto that site. Careening onto that site. And NBK in particular. That entry frag roll, man, he can deliver. He's just thrown onto that site time and time again, and he will actually get the headshots.
Yeah, I mean, everyone on Envy right now is playing a pretty solid game. I mean, Smiths is a little bit behind, but I don't think that's particularly significant at this point. He's been stepping it up when he's needed to. They've got 2 people carrying them at the moment. So the 21st round, they save 2 rifles. Everyone else is hard ecoing here, and Polly has gone down without the armor. Getting wallbang through, ends up dropping. Good shot from PRB. Could have got a second one. That would have been big. More than anything, they need to save these rifles for another round.
And I love this. Happy, he realizes what a dangerous position he's in. He actually just throws down a smoke of his own to block off the remaining LGB members. So he's able to hold on to his gun, basically hold these players at bay while his teammates are able to set up on that A site. They get control, they get the plant. And well, now it's going to be down to Rubino, who just slaps Happy down after all that weight, all that excitement. It's going to be the remaining LGB members basically just content to sit over on this site. They aren't really going out for the hunt. They want to hold on to these 2 guns here on Rubino and Mystic. Jacob can get caught out. That's not a problem. He only had a P250. It's not the end of the world. It's the last 2 players that need to stay alive here for LGB going into this next round.
Yeah, absolutely. These rifles are really worth a lot at the moment. LGB have a long stretch home before they can claim this map. And they're going to need a strong economy going into it, because at this point, they've got their backs against the wall. It's 14-7. Envy are just slowly pushing themselves further. The rest of the LGB team going to be able to pick up rifles, maybe getting a couple dropped here. Oh no, I'm not feeling it right now. 9 rounds in a row for LGB. Even if Envy did it, I feel like it's not very likely at this point.
Yeah, that's the main thing, and it certainly wasn't pretty as well. But LGB right now, see if they can take control. Once again, going for the aggressive banana control, making sure that they can get control. They can just push down here behind this smoke that's already dropped at the bottom of it. So Envy can't really do too much to stop this, to deny this push. But Envy already on top of what they need to do in this situation, which is take over apartments. So you have Shoxy basically taking point there, managing to clear this out. Now they start making the play for T, get the control of T, and they can start moving from there. Rubino actually up in a bit of a tricky boost, and this is a boost that Shoxy, or not Shoxy, but Kyoshima favors. Going to get an extended spray onto Shoxy. We'll see if he can make it out alive, and he is not going to manage it. Smith's close enough to be able to pick up that refrag.
Oh, what a shame. It looked like he even had a couple of seconds then to do it, but great move from Polly. Gonna pick up the 1 kill, keep spraying, and then falls back to safety again. Mystic actually wanted to pick up where Polly left off, and that might have been a slight mistake, giving a bit of an opening here to Envy. Still doing a really tough spot, as Smiths is very nearly dead. Happy. He's been pulling some miracles already in this map, so maybe he could keep doing it, but...
He's usually the one with the magic hands, right?
Yeah, this should definitely be around for LGB.
Happy just basically, once again, controlling top, but 25 seconds left. That bomb is already on the A site. And there you go, the lurk from Smiths. This is going to be a key kill. Happy is still drawing attention to the B site. He's trying to make this look like it is going to be a B plant. Smiths, he's rotating over with the bomb! Oh, that's a major problem now. He's got a haul for the A site now. He's got 10 seconds, and there's nobody here to stop him from getting this plant.
Yeah, he can make it as well. He will make it. So, pretty impressive 2v3 there for Envy now. It's a 1v2, obviously. And Smith, he's just picked up a Molotov as well. They do have kits, and they're pretty close by. I was sort of wondering if you could hide somewhere back here and just put it on the bomb in the last second, but I think they're going to be there too quick, essentially, for that to go down. We've seen it once before, and it was hilarious. Smith's going to get the 1 kill there. Goes for a fight on PRB. There's the Molotov. He's going to essentially ward himself off, just hiding in the pit, and... they're going to have to move a lot quicker than this. PRB has to go for it, and he gets the kill, jumps back around, and there's going to be enough time, I think, barely here for the defuse. So LGB making it to 14-8. And good retake on the pit there. A little bit dangerous. Again, what would have happened if the Molotov had gone on the bomb there?
Exactly right. That actually would have bought enough time. He might have made it, he might not have, but Smith's not using it that way. And going for the reload as well, not trusting himself. He had 7 bullets left. But he decided to go for the reload, and that's what allowed PRB to get over Pillar and get on top of him like that. So just really close call there. These kind of clutch decisions, you basically have to make them on the fly, on the snap, and this time around it doesn't work out for Smiths. So LGB buy themselves a second shot, but Envy, still plenty of money to go for a buy here, so they're going to have the money to get the rifles, the nades, everything that they need. So LGB definitely not out of it yet. Oh, and especially if Jacob gets picked off by Shoxy like that up in apartments. So yet again, Shoxy delivers an entry frag for Envy.
You always wonder when you see someone failing that jump a couple of times, you wonder what would have happened if he had got it right first time. Would have been a better or worse timing for him? Either way, it worked out pretty damn near perfect. Polly dropping very low as well. If Envy win this round, they're pretty going to run away with the map, but it seems entirely likely here. They clear out B, they realize there's no one in the immediate vicinity. In any second, they're going to clear the whole bomb site. They still leave Shox behind.
Yeah, well, Rubino's going to hear them running up onto that site right now. Not sure if that incendiary is going to get close enough. In fact, yes, Smith is burning. Smith's down to 7 HP. Rubino's there. But luckily, Kiyoshima's in Banana to hold them off. Still a man advantage situation here, and the shots going through Kiyoshima. Just putting random shots through that smoke. And the flank coming in from Shoxy as well. There's a timer now on LGB. PRB is safe, but then Shoxy's going to be able to pick off Mystic. No problem there. And it's just PRB now, 1v3, stuck in the triangle of doom, nowhere to look, or doesn't know where to go. That puts Envy now on map point.
Yeah. I mean, this run for the smoke here from Rubino is really great. For just a brief second, it puts them at a 3v3. And they just couldn't clean it up afterwards. So now it's map point for Envy, who are at 15-8. Didn't the first map finish 16-8? I think it did. So there would be some sort of cool symmetry going on here if Envy could pick up this round.
Does this mean that karma is real?
Exactly. Ooh, still trading somewhat evenly. NBK pushing their scales in favor of the NB team. They've now managed to pick up the A bomb side as well. Gonna get the bomb down. And look at the amount of grenades they have here. It's gonna have to be a huge mistake on Envy if they're gonna give it this round essentially.
Well, Rubino goes flashing through, but then the man in Boiler, he still gets the headshot. Kiyoshima's gonna be frustrated with that, but a fresh smoke goes down here to block off short. Very difficult position now for Rubino. If he tries to run through here, he could get punished severely, and he just decides to go for it. Both players here for LGB, and NBK is going to collect both frags. Wow. It is going to map 3 in the end. Envy managed to bring it back here on Inferno. They can win on Inferno, Anders. It is possible.
Apparently they can. Well played indeed. And the symmetry also working out quite well there. 16-8 once again, yeah? So what does that mean for Cash, though? Also a map that Envy are quite strong on. And